I've always wondered what makes the universe tick. What it is that makes everything fit together. What if God built himself into the universe's framework? Imagine that God put some of his essence in everything. What if there's some kind of particle that is responsible for containing that kind of energy? The God particle. My name is Robert Cooper. I'm a physicist and a college professor in Portugal. I'm telling you about these events because I need someone to find this should I fail my attempt to stop them. They must be stopped at all costs, as if the world as we know it depends on that. Because actually, it does. For about 10 years, I've been pursuing this theory that there is something stored in everything in creation. Some might call it energy, divine, or whatever. As for me, as I am a Catholic, well, for me it is God. And I believe that for the universe to exist, the framework that allowed existence in the first place had to contain part of that essence. My research brought me to the point where not only that is very true, but also that this essence comes in the form of particles. The question is, how does one gain access to those particles? And more important, what would mankind be able to do if we were to harness the power on those particles? "29 days ago, someone broke into my private lab. Well, by private I mean a setup at my rented garage. Someone stole all the hard drives with my research. As I looked around the garage, I found something lying on the floor left there by accident. This golden ring with a symbol engraved on it. What the hell? I recognize this ring. And so, with a bit of research, I found out about this place here in Portugal that was rumored to have been some kind of headquarters for the Illuminati. Yes, that's the symbol on the ring. The symbol for the original Illuminati, the one founded by Adam Weishaupt himself. I came to think that someone might be tracking my car and my phone, so I took a train up north and went to look for answers. If an old secret society presumed extinguished stole my research no one believes on except for me, it's no use calling the cops. They just report it as a regular robbery.
You tapped into something greater than humanity. You're not really the first person to do it in history. Others have done something similar. You're actually the first person to achieve it through science. There are those who've been attempting that for a long time. That is and always have been the Illuminati's true objective.
And with the help of the guru at the former Illuminati temple, I was able to find out the entrance for the Illuminati's current hideout, hiding in plain sight on this forest. When I was finally able to elude the man guarding the cave entrance, I went forward. By the time I got out of the cave, a storm had already taken place. So I hid and waited for the storm to pass and the night to come. Imagine my surprise when I found out that I had stepped into a massive laboratory, and they had this gigantic device emitting some kind of shockwave pulsar. This was like, forming a cloak. That's why no one knows about this lab. So the Kid Bash community was wrong. Minerva isn't some kind of special program or space mission. It's a damn laboratory trying to take control of the God particle. There were a lot of people living in this place, and they had guards. Back then, I was starting to understand that I could not find my answers without a fight. How do I know how to fight? That's a story for another day. Well, if I manage to have more days, that is. When I finally managed to enter the lab section of the settlement, I realized they were experimenting on people. They were trying to access the particles on human beings. I was way over my head on this. One thing I knew for sure, this place had to go. I could no longer afford to be all stealthy and avoid fighting my way through the lab. This place was full of technology that I could use to my advantage. Taking this place out shouldn't be a problem of resources. I was able to access their system, and their goal is very clear. They want to establish a new world order. They want to divide the world and generate this idea that the world should be ruled with an iron fist by those they consider of superior intellect. Everyone else is supposed to bow on their will. If unchecked, and if they manage to use science to harness the power of the God particle, then the world will suffer. Based on the technology I found in here, I built a bomb. A very powerful two-stage bomb that could take out their cloaking device and probably a good part of their lab, just after sending out an electromagnetic pulse to fry all electrical components. I can't just detonate the bomb. I can't do it while there are still people in here. As you can see, by the time of this recording, I'm being chased by pretty much everyone in this settlement. So I'm sending this worldwide, hoping this reaches someone that can bring help. This has to end here. If they ever reach their goal, humanity will be enslaved. In the event that I'm caught, or worse, I hope someone can catch up to this. Otherwise, we'll leave the fate of humanity to chance.